over the shoulder catch at the 15. He runs it into the end zone. Jamar Chase doing the gritty in the end zone.
Devontae Smith for a touchdown. First catch, first touchdown.
Welcome to the NFL, Devontae Smith.
Great start for some rookie receivers in week one, but they weren't alone. A few of the top performers, Mac Jones, a nice little debut and a loss, of course. The Niners, Elijah Mitchell rushed for over 100 yards, and there's Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith, both big parts of week one wins. So, Mike Garafolo, get back in here. Who are you watching tomorrow? Just another rookie that you have your eye on.
Kyle Pitts, and I think we really should at some point remove the tight end designation because the way they used him, the way he lined up at times, just a straight up wide receiver. Now, he went 4 catches for 31 yards, not quite the debut that the Falcons had hoped for and a lot of us had hoped for, but I think it's going to be fun. It's just that big body and the way that he's able to move, and the Falcons just saying, you know what, he's basically a glorified wide receiver, which is what we talked about throughout the draft process. So we'll see how his production is able to climb. I think he's going to have some big games. There's going to be some growing pains, but you got to do a little bit more than that. Now, he wasn't involved in the red zone at one point. Arthur Smith saying, yeah, he was winded. He needs a blow. Every player needs a blow. Don't look at it like I took the rookie off the field. We're going to use him plenty.
Okay, I am looking at a rookie that really didn't look like a rookie last week, and that was Mac Jones. I think, honestly, it's just really nice to see New England passing again. I've missed that. Well, I sort of missed that, but really I missed that for all the players there in New England. And Mac Jones, he looked really nice, and he got into a rhythm, too. He spread the ball around to 8 different guys, and he threw to a variety of places on the field as well. He was good under pressure, and you know that Miami brings that pressure. He had a 123.3 passer rating under pressure last week, and I really thought that he started to get into a rhythm later in the game. That fumble, I mean, that really changed the complexion of the game, and I think that Mac Jones, at this point, his career really could just be, I think, what a lot of people expected it to be. But when we saw him at the draft and the way that he ran up and to the podium, I can't really get that image out of my head. It was almost like what's the event in the Olympics called when they're speed walking and they're not allowed to run?
Yeah.
It is. Oh, it's just speed walking?
Gold medalist.
Wow. I'm in mid-season form at this point. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah. Mac will have the Jets this week. He'll have some opportunities, especially with LaMarcus Joyner being injured as well.
It's later, earlier on the East Coast, Colleen. You got to, you know.
That's right. Who knows what time zone I'm really in at this point. It's kind of all debatable. Mac, though, is one of 5 first-round quarterbacks selected in this year's draft. We know that. And as the NFL's IG points out, they all scored touchdowns in week 1. It was good to be a rookie quarterback. D-Hall, Mike Robb, you know all about going through that first year in the league. A lot of things to navigate.
Yeah, it's time for a little shot talk. D-Hall, you know, look, man, you had your rookie season in 2004. I think you were hurt earlier in that season, but how long was it before, you know, you became comfortable being in the National Football League as a rookie?
Oh, man, you know what? Because I got injured, man, it was almost a gift. Because, you know, I can remember early on in training camp, Michael Vick whizzing balls by me and me thinking, man, I don't know if I could actually do this. And because I was injured in the course of the preseason, you know, I was able to sit back for probably the first 6 weeks of the season. And so by the time I actually got on the field, I had got an opportunity to really sit back and understand what this defense wanted me to do. Really learn this playbook from a mental standpoint instead of just trying to go out there and physically dominate my opponent. I learned to play the game from the neck up. And so I think a lot of these rookies are trying to figure that out right now. So you know, for me, it was a little bit of a different transition, but I enjoyed it because by the time I did touch the football field, it felt like I had played a couple games because I was able to watch it from the sideline. And Rob, what about you?
Yeah, man. See, it's a little different, right? See, I was a role player, so you was a first-round pick, a lot of fanfare, you had, good signing bonus, all that stuff. Man, I was a fourth-rounder. It was a couple of weeks I wished I was hurt because I didn't really know what I was doing, man, early on in the season. And I was making a position switch, dog, going from quarterback to running back. I hated doing one-on-one pass pro at practice. I was nervous to do pass pro in a game. I remember Adrian Wilson from the Arizona Cardinals just blew me up and got a sack on national TV. Dude, I was messed up there early in the season. But I think it was, after like week 10 or 11, I started to find my footing. You know what I'm saying? And things kind of slowed down for me. I started really understanding kind of how to prepare. I mean, D, think about it, man. Like in the NFL, we lift weights on Monday right after you play on Sunday. Man, I ain't like that, man. I ain't want to lift weights right after. I felt like I was too sore and stuff like that. So I had to adjust. It was a big adjustment period, but I tell you one thing, once things slowed down for me, halfway through the season, man, it kind of took off. Offense was easy, special teams was easier. And I think the difference in these young people, especially these quarterbacks, in today's generation of football players, they're getting a lot of reps a lot earlier on, man, in their careers, whether it's high school and they're transferring because they're not playing, so they go somewhere where they can get the reps, college, the transfer portal, all of that plays a role in how these kids continue to get more reps and be ready for the National Football League. But D-Hall, you got something else?
Yeah, and Rob, I want to talk about actually my first game because, in the National Football League, you expect the ball to be, as a DB, a first-round pick, you expect the ball to be thrown all around. You want to get challenged. Man, we played the Kansas City Chiefs at Kansas City. And when that was my welcome to the NFL moment, I'm telling you, they had Priest Holmes out there. He ran for 4 touchdowns. Your Penn Stater, Larry Johnson, he was the backup. He wasn't even active. Yep. His backup was Blaylock, and he went and got 4 touchdowns too. So, to go out there as a DB, as a corner, expecting to, cover some receivers, and you out here playing 9-on-7. It was literally a tackling drill out there all game long because Kansas City rushed for 8 rushing touchdowns, man. It was definitely an eye-opening experience as my first game in the NFL.
They made sure you could tackle as that first-round pick. I know what they was trying to do. They was trying to test the chin.